Let's unmute my mic. How about that? Hello, everyone. Oh man, it is great to be back with you guys for part two here at Road America for the 6 hours Multiple Sports Car Endurance Grand Prix. My name is Nicholas Poitras. If you guys are new here, I'd like to say that we have Jonah alongside us, but sadly we do not. We have lost Jonah to the move. But the fact that we still even have 20 people in here is absolutely awesome. So thank you guys so much for coming in. And as soon as we get on, we are under yellow flag and someone is smoking, and I think that's the 7 Porsche. We just got onto the stream within 30 seconds, and I think something game-changing has just happened up ahead. And I think the cameraman just missed it. There's a lot of smoke on the track. A lot of people also on low energy levels. So I've come in at a pretty insane time. Now, a lot of stuff has happened since we have gone away. So I do appreciate you guys being all patient and trying to wait for a response. I also wanted to get back as soon as I can. But man, oh man, it was absolutely brutal. The number one getting into an accident, the Paul Miller racing car, which was on pole, out. Or sorry, they weren't on pole, but they are down and out of this race. I do not know what this caution has come out for. I'm going to look back and see. I saw an LMP2 spin, but it's the 7 Porsche that went out. And wow, I just missed it. If I was live streaming not even 5 minutes earlier, I would have been able to catch that for you guys, but I didn't. So that's my apologies. I got to get better at making videos faster, which by the way, if you go to the FJ Endurance channel on Instagram, I just sent a brand new short, which I'll be trying to promote and do as we are going along this stream. So make sure you guys are followed over on the FJ Endurance channel on Instagram. Also, check out the Nicholas Poitras Motorsports channel on Instagram, where some other content can pop up here and there. But man, oh man, it's a replay with the 31 Cadillac. They got and had some contact there. The 24 BMW also went 3 wide with the 60 Acura, and I think it was the 10 Cadillac as well, entering into turn 1 and got pushed out wide, almost hitting the outside wall in turn 1, but just able to hold it on. It's been a crazy and chaotic last 2 hours that we have gone by, but now, as we come with 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 37 seconds remaining in this race. We are under safety car condition, and in the lead of the race, it's a Taylor 1-2, the number 40, Jordan Taylor, with Ricky Taylor in second behind. Nicky Eloy in the Acura in the 93 has come back into third. Lawrence Van Thor in the number 6 Porsche in fourth. Blomqvist in the Acura number 60 in fifth. Philip Eng recovering from a drive-through in sixth. Dries Van Thor, who got shoved out, is down in seventh. Aiken is in eighth in the 31, which I will talk about them a little bit later, because not been a good day in the office for them. Heinrich is in the car in the number 5 and 9th. Ross Gunn in 10th, and the last on the grid is the number 7 Porsche, which has just come in and out of the pit lane, so their troubles should be out of the way, but we're under sprint car distance. There's a long... it's interesting because I like to say that we're behind. We're coming up to the 2/3 part in the race, but at the exact same time, there's still 2 hours remaining in this race. We got a long way. Is the number 31 caddy the only caddy carrying extra weight? I wish that was how that works, but sadly no. So all the Cadillacs have the same amount of weight. They don't bop like the car depending on what another. They bop by... Yeah, they bop by the car. They just don't go to each separate car and bop them differently. So it's not like the 31 Cadillac has more than the 10 or the 40. They're just having a bad weekend. This is the first time that if it continues like this, their podium streak will end. I don't think people have realized they have finished on the podium in every single race so far this season. That's an incredible shout and performance from them so far this year. And the fact that we're even getting that remotely close is just awesome. But yeah, I believe we got a few more laps. No, here comes the GTPs into the pit lane. The 40 and the 10 Cadillacs doing not just a pit stop, but a driver swap. So out of the 40 car comes one of the Taylors. I think Delatraz will be getting back into the car. and will be most likely staying in the car for the remainder of the race. A few of the LMP2s also going out. I think I saw PJ Hyatt in the 99 car come out really quickly, so good job from them. I think it is, no, it's not just them. It's the Acura pair as well. The 16 to 93 also in with 4 stops. A whole new front splitter for the number 60 coming on. And I think they're going to be getting out a little bit before the 93. That's really, really big for the 60. No, not at all. They're actually going to have to wait, and they're going to lose a lot of time here on this stop. Not just to the 25, but also to the 6 and the 60 as well. Big moments here. Every single one of the pit stops here has been very crucial to what rolls out. We don't see the same cars that come in the same formation coming in. We do not see them coming out. It has switched up every single time, and it's been an incredible showing for them. The 7 car, interestingly, coming in for a second stop. I think it was only because they did that mandatory stop to remove the tire, but I think they're going to go for another stop, either to get a fuel up on energy or something else. We're seeing a replay here of what was happening with the rear wing being switched out. That's something that you don't obviously see too often. I think the last time I saw this happening was at Le Mans, and it was happening to the BMWs that were on pole doing really, really good. But Porsche has done a much better job than BMW when it comes, not just in work, but also here in IMSA, of making these cars just incredibly well lasted. So really good stuff from them to be able to get this car fixed. And I don't think they might be a lap down. I should have my live data for the laps down, but I do not have that. Let me get that up for you guys currently. We have 20 concurrent viewers right now. Thank you guys so much for being here. I know you guys would probably rather to see good old Jonah being on the broadcast, but I'm doing the best job that I can, because like I said, they are in the process of moving. They would love to be here. They could if they would, but they just can't. And that's okay. And that's why we're holding them out here with an hour and 49 minutes remaining in this race. This is going to be a big calling point for Porsche to see if they could get the 7th back into the lead of the race. I do want to see, though, eventually down the way, if that car is on the lead lap or not, because if it is, that kind of changes a few things, because it allows it to still be in this fight with 2 hours remaining. It's going to have to maybe get 1, if not 2 more full course cautions to get back onto the lead lap, which, if I'm a betting man, that will most likely happen. We have been having carnage and chaos all through the day, so I would not be surprised if we get at least 2 more cautions into this race. But if we get 1, I wouldn't be surprised. In come the GTDs. We got Robbie Shawn up in front. We got the Dragon Speed 81 car behind. It's Russell Ward in the 57, the top 3, but it's the 81 that goes in first. Jonah's been talking a lot with the Dragon Speed people. They know they're not just a great crew, but they're also one of the best. The Corvettes have always been good when it comes to their pit stops. A lot of these guys working with the NASCAR guys a little bit when it comes to their stops, so always an advantage there. And it's also a driver change that's going on for them as well. It's going to be really, really big. What happened to the 7? They were having a bit of a fight with the 31 Cadillac, and he got clipped on the rear and spun around and also got a puncture. I don't think there was any suspension damage, a little bit of rear wing damage, but they were all good. They're at the back of the grid now. I don't know if they've been lapped or not. I'm looking at the scoring. I'm bringing that up right now for you guys. I got it right here on my Surface laptop. This is, by the way, for those curious, so I have the PC that I'm streaming on. That's what I'm doing for you. I have my phone to look at you guys for chat, and I got my laptop to do live timing, because I'm mostly watching the broadcast. I don't really want to page out and ignore the broadcast if I can't. So I very much appreciate you guys with all of that. But yes, we are still, I think we're going to get 2, maybe 3 more laps under yellow flag, and then we should be all good for the green flag. Oh my God, I do not need that falling over. That would be a very expensive. That would be expensive. That would be pretty expensive indeed. But for the most part, right now, you know what? I'll have the stream just a little bit on behind you. And now, let me very quickly check anything on chat. Well, now, I have you streaming on my ultra wide from my sim racing rig when I have the TV in my bedroom. That's valid though. That's a valid ass setup. I wish I had. I mean, I have an ultra wide. I have a single monitor for 34-inch Samsung monitor. That's what I do for most of my sim stuff. But I don't. I've been trying to figure out if like triples is better and just get like the screens in the middle, or just getting one big ultra wide. I like the simplicity of an ultra wide, but there are multiple scenarios where I wish I had another monitor for stuff outside of racing, you know. But that is not the main thing. That's not the main thing we're looking at. So it's Dries Van Thor in the lead right now. Jack Aiken in second. Philippe Albuquerque in third. Louis Deltraz in fourth. Renger van der Zande in fifth. And Kevin Estra in sixth. Tom Blomqvist in seventh. Marco Whitman in eighth. Lauren Heinrich in ninth. Ross Gunn in 10th. And Felipe Nasser in seventh. And to confirm, Nasser is a lap down. So they will have to wait for another opportunity to get back onto the lead lap. As of right now, not looking all too swag for the 7 crew, which is not great because they've had a pretty solid day today. And I thought the 24 BMW was absolutely, like, they were good for the win because they were ahead by 35 seconds at one point. And I said earlier in the first stream, and I said this to Jonah, I was like, man, if they win, they got to go over to the 6 camp or the 7 car and just say thank you, because they held up the field so hard. They were able to get a, like, I think it was like a 25-second gap. It was unreal. So right now there's some jet drying and a little bit of track repair going on in turn 7 before the carousel. We are still under safety car conditions, and that's the 7 car going into the pits again. I don't know if this is a cycle on purpose. No, they're coming into the pits again. There is something not 100% right. Oh, it might just be fuel. It's just fuel. Okay, this is just a top up. And oh, they went to go and stopped again. A little confusing there for that number 7 car. But man, oh man, we'll have to wait and see what's going on. Oh my God, that's why he had to go into the pit lane. That could have been one of the most horrifying moments in IMSA history. The number 7 car coming into turn 7 was going full speed, almost crashed into 3 safety vehicles. Oh my God, that was, oh, I have never seen that in my life. That was insanely close. I was like, no, I was wondering like what the hell was going on with everything. That explains it. That is some insane work. From the 7 car, he might get reprimanded for that. If a reprimand, if not a warning, for going that fast through the field, and also not having any communication that stuff was there. That's stuff you don't necessarily see so often here in IMSA, let alone in racing. But man, oh man, really close stuff here between the guys out on track. Again, I want to see this replay. Oh my God, it wasn't just them. Multiple GTPs almost crashed into them. Is there any communication on this? That's bad. That is really, really bad for that to happen. That has happened now twice. First to the Cadillac and now to the Porsche. Weird, weird, weird scenarios that should be happening. I don't know if they'll be giving out penalties for that. They've been giving a lot of penalties out, by the way, chat. So I would not be surprised. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Channel 53. It would be that would be insane if that had happened, but we're all good for now. They're letting the safety vehicles in, but we're still going to be going on for a while. But once again, I'll go over the lineup. It's Van Thor in the number 24 Spider-Man BMW, with Jack Aiken in second, Philippe Albuquerque in third, Louis Deltraz in fourth. That's the 10 and the 40 Cadillacs. Then it's the 93 Acura of Renger van der Zande. That's your top 5 so far. Let's talk about LMP2. It's been a moment since we've talked about those folks. They've been causing so much goddamn chaos. It's the number 8, driven by Tristan Vautier in the lead. Paul DeResta in number 22 United Autosports car. That car has had an interesting day, to say the least. They have gone around, gone around multiple times. But here they are, still fighting for a chance for the win in LMP2. Tom Dillman in the 43 Inter Europol in third. Alex Quinn in the 04 CrowdStrike in fourth. And Dane, I almost said Dave. Dane Cameron in the 99 AO Spike LMP2 rounds up the top 5. So as of right now, we are still, and I'll go through GTD in one moment, or GTD Pro in one moment, but as of right now, it is very interesting stuff that's happening within the combines of the race, because we still have to figure out how long we can go on strategy, especially for those Porsches, because I want to see if they could maybe get their way back into the race in some shape or form. But I don't know. I'm curious, and I'm also curious, chat, to see what you guys think as well, because there could be a lot of scenarios where that comes out. I think this race should be 8 to 12 hours easily. Honestly, I agree. I don't know why they don't make this at least an 8-hour race. I think would be really fun. The fact of the matter is that the longer the race is, the more chance of more chaotic stuff. At a night, here's the thing though, is that I don't think Road America has floodlights. I don't think they've ever done night, so I'm not sure if that would work the way that we're thinking. Chat, I would love that so much. That'd be so sick. But I just don't think I just don't think that I would. I don't think they have the lighting for that. I don't think it would work. So unless, chat, y'all got like a few mil in your back pockets to give to Road America to do that, then let's do it. But yeah, I don't think so. So now we're seeing the field kind of cycle their way through. I think either this lap or the next, we will be going green once again. I think this has been our 5th, if not 6th, safety car, full course safety car so far today. And I don't think it will be the last. We got 1 hour, 39 minutes remaining. We have plenty of time for some stuff to come up now. Actually, yes, I forgot. I was going to talk about GTD Pro. So in GTD Pro, it's my goats, Faf Motorsport in the lead. I had no idea about this. This is so sick. So Andrea called already in the lead in the Temerario. We got Jax Hawksworth, which has been, they started last. They're on the backup car, by the way. They're still looking to go for 3 in a row, something they have not even remotely come close to doing in their entire history. So if they can do this, that will be unreal for Vassar Sullivan and for the Lexus program. For the RCF, what a way to say goodbye to the RCF is like 1-3 in a row. James Collado in the 033 Ferrari 296 is in 3rd. Dennis Olsen in the 64 Mustang. And Max Esterson rounds up your top 5. Now, the big thing about Max Esterson, I've been wanting that car to do so well. The Ray Hall Letterman cars have been so goddamn close to getting a victory off, but have just not been able to do so whatsoever. I think this could be the best opportunity for that. We'll have to wait and see. But again, it's going to be a long, long shout for that. That's for sure. I am trying to find something. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. My apologies. Anyways, the main we're still on their safety car. I can get away with a little bit of tomfoolery. I do appreciate some of the stuff. It would be really, Chad, I do 100% agree. It would be really cool to see them try to get into night racing here, but yeah, no, I'm looking. They're showing a bird's eye helicopter view. They have no floodlights, but here's what we're looking for. It's the restart of the race. 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 25 seconds remaining. It is all to play for in GTP, LMP2, GTD Pro, and GTD. Here they come up into the final corner. Van Thor, Aitken, Albuquerque, Delatrez, Van der Zande, coming up for the final corner, and away goes Van Thor for the green flag. Now, here's the thing. The BMWs have been pretty good on straight line speed, but how have the Cadillacs been? We've been looking to try to see if they've been having a little bit of race pace, but we'll have to wait and see. All clear so far for Van Thor. He's got a pretty big gap on this restart. The top 3 all warming their tires up. I don't think any overtake's going to happen, but the 13 Autosport Corvette wide through the last corner. That's the last thing we want to see. If you're a fan of the Canadian Corvette, all the way down, Matthew Bell last on the track. Not what you want to see at all if you're a big fan of them. As they make their way down towards turn 3, here comes the 6 up the inside. I think that's on the 93 Acura as they go wheel to wheel, and he does get him by. So the 6 is going to go. The 60 is going to go on the grass as they go down towards turn 5. It's a chaotic restart in the midfield of GTP, but it's the 6 Porsche staying ahead, and it's the 3. So 2 Cadillacs are having issues, or 2 Corvettes are having issues, and the 3 Corvette is beached in the gravel trap, and that might be another yellow flag. And it is. The full course yellow is out again, and it's for the 3, one of the fastest cars in GTD Pro. And these drivers are so annoyed. They're like, God dang it, why can't we get any green flag racing? Another yellow is out, and it's the beached Corvette number 3. I'm not sure who's in the car at the moment. Oh, it's Alexander Sims, and it was a right rear puncture into the corner. That is absolutely devastating for the number 3 Corvette team. They have been doing so good all day long. And Alexander Sims looks absolutely distraught, and I don't blame him. They were looking so good for the race victory. But look at this. The number 5, Lauren Heinrich's got a little bit of body damage here. They're going to have to repair that on the stop. And man, oh man, they're going to have to... We're going to be another 10 minutes under safety car before we get underway. But man, that was tumultuous for 2 Corvettes. First the 13, then the 3. Back to back, just like that, as we were getting a chaotic restart as well. Man, oh man. That is not what you want to see. If you are a Corvette fan, which I know a lot of you guys in chat are, that is such a shame to see. We're going to see a quick replay of what happened to the 13. He just went off. Not really sure what happened there. We don't see enough footage of that. Oh, no! Guess who the number 3 got hit by? It wasn't the BMW. He got hit by the 64 Mustang. This is into turn 2. The 65 just got shoved up the inside. The Grello Porsche went up the inside. The 65 was in the middle and clatted the rear right quarter panel of the number 3. And out of the race is Sims and Garcia. The number 3, that's massive for their championship. Nasser is getting a penalty stop plus 60 over driving during full course yellow. And Delatraz as well. Oh no. What is going on? So Louis Delatraz in the 40 over driving during the slow course yellow. Oh no, that is horrible news for the Cadillac. That's the second stop and go for today. Well, first stop and go, but second stop. No, the 52 LMP2 just got clatted out of the way by the 99 AL. We had a chaotic restart here at Road America. Man, oh man, what's going on here? He's been able to go around. This is a busy, busy day in the stewarding office. My goodness. Hi, guys. First IMSA season that I'm closely following. Greetings from France. Oh, man. Welcome. I hope you are enjoying what's been happening so far out on track. It has been some chaotic racing. IMSA is always going to deliver some chaotic stuff. And here is another yellow flag. So that is mega stuff. I just want to go and confirm that the number 7 also got the stop and go as well, because yes, so it was Nasser. So both Nasser and Delatraz have gone stop and go plus 60 seconds. That is most likely them out of the race contention with an hour and 32 to go. Unless they get a few more stops, that is going to be a long way back up to the front. That is massive stuff. So the fastest Cadillac today, the 40, has just been shafted by penalties. They had an incredible overtake up the inside of the 7 car to get into P2, and I thought they would be able to chase down the BMW, but of course they got to drive through for defensive blocking. I don't know how I feel about that. But man, oh man, that's one of the last things you'll ever want to see. Here's a replay of what happened to the 7 and the 31. This was on the exit of 6. And wow, the 31 just drove into the rear of the 7, just punting them around. And so that's what happened to the 7. Big contact there. That is probably some revenge for some stuff that happened earlier in the year at Daytona and Sebring. But that could be a penalty for the 31. That could take them out of the lead. So 2 Cadillacs could be shafted out of the top 5 fight here. Well, one already guaranteed is with the 40. The 31 could very well be joined there as well. Man, oh man, this is really coming together right now. Yeah, chat. What do y'all think about this? This is interesting. This is like every restart and every time that we've had stuff, stuff gets thrown around. And again, the whole order is going to get shifted at least in the top 5. This is looking really good for BMW though. That 24 is looking very comfortable up in front. They're getting good restarts. They got the pace to pull the way. Their pace on themselves are just dominant. I don't see why they can't hold on to this. But if the 31 gets it and it's just the 10 and the 6 and the 93, yeah, the 24's got this with an hour and 30. I have a very hard time seeing something else happen here. But I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. Ignore the selfie. This is for the FJ Endurance. We did make a story, so I got to do this very quickly. Anyways. That's gonna... Don't clip that. Please don't clip that, chat. Oh my god. That's gonna be funny. We got another yellow. I can mess around, you guys. It's okay. It's completely okay, chat. I very much appreciate you guys sticking around in spite of Jonah not being here to help out with the live stream. Once again, we will be coming up to VIR in the next 2 weeks, which is GT3s only. That's going to be so goddamn fun. I can't wait for that. Jonah will be at his new place. He will have the full setup. Excuse me. And yeah, we will be all good for that. Yeah, we are officially under an hour and a half remaining. We are well into 2/3 distance into this race, if not more. And another thing I'm realizing, I got to look at this session. I got to look at this order again. Because, yeah, Jack Hawksworth and the number 14, they are in this fight for this 3 in a row. They really, really are. We'll have to wait and see. I agree in chat. Cadillac has been strong today, and they've been fast. But the problem is that the 31, I feel like they've just been nowhere today, unless this is them turning it up and showing up now. Which, I mean, hey, it's better to show up at the end than show up at the beginning. So I just don't know if it's going to be too late. I'm just concerned about the long run pace because the BMWs have been dominant on the long run pace. That first half where they gained by like 35, where they had that 35-second gap, they were lapping, I think it was like 2, if not 3 seconds a lap faster than anyone else on track at that point. It was a dominant showing up in front. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's just everything's been kind of out of order. It's been a chaotic race, for sure. And I really hope that IMSA has seen this and they will continue to make this a 6-hour race because this is great. High downforce cars here are really good at Road America. IndyCar and GTPs, DPIs, they've always been great. GT3 is where it's kind of overrated and it's not the most enjoyable thing, but it's there. Definitely exists, and you could definitely have a good amount of time with it. I want to see. I just realized. Wow, Neil Verhagen in the number 1. I just saw them in the queue. They are 8 laps down. Paul Miller Racing, a team that is likely to close shop at the end of the year. At least that's the rumor cycling around. The number 1 BMW team in North America is most likely not going to be... there's a chance they won't be running the BMWs next year. And for those who are wondering why, it's entirely money-based. They are putting in the effort of a factory team, and they don't have factory money. They don't have the WRT type backing that BMW gives WRT. So that's why, like, even though they're only running M4 GT3s, and they only have 1. They used to have 2, mind you guys. They had 2 last year. They've gone down to 1. There's only 2 BMWs in all of GT3 right now, which I think is such a shame because it's such a good car. But I think we're going green flag racing, and we are. And so Dries Van Thor is going to go into the pit lane, and I think he's going to have an issue. So what's happening here? So Cadillac is going to get a 1-2-3 off the start. It's going to be a drag race down towards turn 1. Albuquerque versus Aiken into turn 1. Who's going to go and take the advantage? He's going to go around the outside. Does he try to do it? Yes, he does. Albuquerque around the outside of Aiken. What a move from the 10. Unreal stuff on this restart. Aiken now having to defend incredibly hard from Estra, who's right on his back bumper. Estra is trying to get Porsche's first win since Sebring. They've been waiting a long while. They're weaving this way and that way as they make their way down towards turn 5. The 93 is losing out a little bit, but here they come down towards turn 5, and the 6 goes in, almost crashes into the 10 of Albuquerque, and he has to go wide. How on earth did he not hit the back of that 10 car? I don't know, but oh my goodness gracious. Escher came in like a missile and almost took out both Aiken and Albuquerque into turn 5, and that was almost the moment of the race. Woo-hoo! That was very close. We have to stay deep strapped into our bucket seats because, man, oh man, we got a lot of racing left to go. It is 5 cars within a second, but I think Albuquerque's starting to pull away. The 24 BMW had to go into a pit lane. I think he also had a stop and go, and it just wasn't reported. So it's now Cadillac with a 1-2-3. Albuquerque, Aiken, and Delatraz, which, by the way, I think Delatraz still needs to take his stop and go. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they got the graphic wrong, actually. Maybe it was the 24 BMW that had to take the stop and go and not the 40, which changes everything. This is unreal stuff that's going on. Here's a replay of the move. Esther tried to go around the outside, but how does he not hit that 10 car? He almost hits into the back, and that could have been the top 2 taken out of this race. Wow, that was close. They're really looking desperate here, Porsche, as they're trying to get their first win since Sebring. But you can't be this desperate with an hour and 24. There's so much more racing left to go. But here comes the 40 of Delatraz and the 7. So they did have to take their stop and goes. They just didn't do it immediately. So now it's a Cadillac 1-2. Albuquerque up in front, Aiken in second. But the gaps are starting to form. 1.1 between Albuquerque and Aiken. 1.7 between Aiken and Estra. It's starting to calm down after that insane restart. Coloretti is still the leader in GTD Pro. Can we see our first Temerario win in America? Won't be its first win ever. They won for the first time at, I think it was Oschersleben. They won in DTM. Hawksworth, 1.3 seconds behind. They're still trying to go for 3 in a row. WRT, they're looking at the 24 car. There's something clearly wrong with it. I think there's a little bit of a leak. They have the whole rear of the car jacked up, and they have the whole rear mounted off. Up the inside goes the Grello Porsche as he's trying to move up into the top 5. And does so. He gets the move on the 64 Mustang. Goes a little bit wide through turn 6. The Mustang might hold it around the outside. Look at the Temerario. He's absolutely pulling away. Look at the Mustang, though. Around the outside as they bump wheels down towards turn 7. He's going to have to give it around the outside. No, he's not. This is a great little battle in GTD Pro. Here comes Esterson in the 59. He's going to try to send it up into the carousel. All the way we go along this long right-hander. The Grello with the engine in the rear has the grip and sends it up the inside on the 64 Mustang back into P5. This is a great little tussle as Walker Whitman is going to get a drive-through for working on the car from behind the wall. This is just drive-throughs after drive-throughs. You get a drive-through. You get a drive-through. Everyone gets a drive-through as they make their way down towards Canada Corner in GTD Pro. It is insane, the stuff that we're getting. And Nasser is also getting another drive-through for a jump restart on the previous restart. So not one stop and go plus 60, but they have to do another one. Oh my God. IMSA's having a field day. Cole already, though, has had the restart of his life. He's pulled a massive gap on Hawksworth. It's 1.5 seconds between those two. 1 hour and 21 minutes. This is looking really good for the FAF crew, which has been reportedly, this could also be their last year as well. They don't get the factory support from Lamborghini, and they're having a big and difficult time trying to do it. And if they can get a win with this car, it might not save the program, but it will definitely boost morale for that team that has been looking for victory for years and years. It is looking really, really good so far. Thank you guys so much for being up here. 1.4 seconds between Albuquerque and Aiken. It is a dream come true for the Cadillacs as they have now pulled away up in front. They don't have to worry about BMW because that car's out of the way. Acura is nowhere to be seen. And Porsche, their biggest enemies, they're nowhere. They just don't have the pace. It's not looking really good. But what is looking good is for a Porsche in GTD Pro. That's Nick Tandy in the 77. He's trying to move back up into the top 3. He started on pole. He's got to try to convert that into the first win for AO this year if they can get it done. It's looking really good for them so far. But James Collado in the 033 car has other ideas. The 296 looking to be really fast. The mid-engine to rear-engine cars in general have just been very quick on pace. I'm surprised to see that we still have a few front-engine cars able to fight it. Not just Jack Hawksworth in the number 14, which is in second, but Tom Gamble in the heart of racing, number 27 in GTD. Looking really, really good. As Alto in the 81 Dragon Speed car is also right in the heel of that fight as well. So a lot of stuff going on here with an hour and 20 officially remaining in this race. Man, oh man, it's looking really good. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to lose my voice here. This is why I'm glad I have a co-commentator. I should have Halls, actually. Wait, I do. I'll be second on these for the remainder of the track. And oh my god, I look away for 3 seconds and we're 3 wide in GTD. Esterson, Russell Ward is right on. That's, sorry, not Russell Ward. That's Ellis. Philip Ellis in the 57 Windward car going wheel to wheel with Tom Gamble into turn 1. This is for the lead in GTD, but he has to back out. These two had a great fight at Daytona. It looks like a rematch once again as they make their way down towards turn 2. He looks up the inside, but just can't get the move done. The 65 and the 033, or sorry, the 65 and the 62 car are having a great little fight. That's the 65 Mustang and the 62 Ferrari. That's in last or second, third and second last in GTD Pro, and they're absolutely going out of here. Look at the 62 Triarcy trying to go up on the grass. Here comes Ellis trying to look up the inside onto the 27, but again, no move just yet. It's officially sprint race mode for all of these drivers. As you see in the background, that's the number 80 Mercedes going up the inside of the 12 Vassar Sullivan. And that's his, oh no! And I was talking about it with issues. Max Esterson in the 59. He's starting to slow once again. The 59 Ray Hall Letterman car cannot catch a break. These guys are absolutely unlucky. And speaking of unlucky, the Spider-Man car, that was the car to win, in my opinion. I picked the win for this car to win. I think Jonah also picked this car, is going to the garage. I cannot believe this. The 24 BMW just getting shafted out of here at the end. This is so unlucky for this team. They were looking so good. They had so much pace at the beginning, but just couldn't get it done. Man, oh man. Sorry, I'm still I have yet to post. God damn it. Where is it again? I have yet to post on the FJ Endurance channel that we are live on there, so I'm trying to get some more people. Watch party live. Boom. All right, done. Okay. Anyways, back to what we were doing, and back to, I need to get chat up. I've not even had chat up the last few minutes, so if anyone's been asking questions or talking to me, I do vehemently apologize. How's the number 31 doing in the race? They are currently second, 6/10 off the leader. They were nowhere in the first half of this race, but they're back in the fight now, and under a second is looking really good for Cadillac and Aiken to continue their podium streak. Because I was saying this, I was thinking earlier, I was like, God damn, this might be the first time that we'll see them not be in the podium fight. Nope, here they are. They're still here, and it looks like their 100% podium rate is going to continue. Here comes the 7 in and out of the pit lane for their second drive-through in not even 15 minutes. So unlucky. So unlucky for the DHL number 7 car. We were really looking forward to see that stuff. Yeah, no, we got to wait and see what happens to them later down into the race. But Jack Aiken is really putting the pedal to the metal now. I think he wants to go for this race win, and most importantly, the race lead. And if he can, he's starting to close on to the back bumper of Albuquerque. Let's look at their last laps. Last lap at 53.8 for Albuquerque. Was that 53.5 for Aiken? So he's 3.5 tenths quicker. Time is starting to tick for these guys. Because, man, oh, man. Oh, this is exactly... Pause. This is exactly what my throat needs. Oh, God. I know a lot of people in chat have their own throat, guys. But anyways. 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 15 seconds remaining in this race. We are coming down to the wire. Top 2 are separated by under half a second. As, oh my God, that's a lot of traffic in GTD. As the battle rains on here at the back of GTD. That's the 45 WTR Lamborghini just barely holding on to the right 120 Porsche, which wasn't able to set a qualifying time yesterday. They were just nowhere. But here they are in the back of the field, slowly making their way up. The 13 Autosport car also at the back of the queue after recovering from their spin. But, man, I think we're going to see a battle here for the lead very, very soon. Aiken is really putting the pressure here on Albuquerque as they make their way out of Turn 3 and down towards Turn 5. The lights are flashing on the 31. It's looking really good here for the red Cadillac. But where is that move going to go? The fact of the matter is that IMSA doesn't want us to know because they love to switch at stuff before we see the battle. IMSA producer, why? You have been, this is, I think, the worst production you've done so far this year. I'm very disappointed. So, I guess he didn't make the move. I don't think Aiken has gone past Albuquerque, so we'll have to wait and see. But Russell, sorry, not Russell Ward. I keep saying Russell Ward because he's been in the car for the last little bit. But Philip Ellis is still hooked onto the back bumper of Tom Gamble. I think we could be seeing those two getting really racy here in the last hour of this race. I'm really impressed by the 81 Dragon Speed and Alto because they've been able to hold on to the top 3, and they're still holding on to the back of Ellis, only behind by 1.2 seconds. Nick Foley in the 96 Turner car also doing great in P4 at the moment, but again, a little bit more gaps coming out on track. It's not looking very good for the guys up front. But here's the thing. I'm looking at the laps and last lap for Estra. He's a little bit faster than Aiken and Albuquerque when it comes to their battling. So if he's able to keep that up, he might be able to make this a 3-way battle for the lead. We'll have to wait and see. There's one man to do it. It can be Estra. Into the pits is Estra, or Esterson in the 59. They're still trying to fix this car up. This team, that car is so good. Both in Europe and here, it has the potential to be great, but it just falls apart, either through driver error or mechanical error. It's just, they got no luck. That team has no luck. And it's such a shame because they're always up in the fight. I thought they were going to go for the lead in GTD Pro at one point, but they were just held off by the Grello Porsche. But, what the hell? I didn't even notice this. Andrea Calderetti in the 9 has pulled a 4-second gap on the GTD Pro field. Bro, he's gone. That Temerario is gone. Last lap, a 207.1, while the rest of the field, they're doing 207.7s and 208.0s. So they're way off on pace compared to the Temerario. They are pulling away up in front. Wow. This is looking very good if you're a fan of that FAF car, and I am. I very, very much am. We got 48 viewers here in the chat. Thank you guys oh so much for being here. Like I said, and of course, maybe if you guys are wondering, Jonah sadly is not here because he's in the process of a move. So I'm here to hold on to the mantle as we have been. I think we're 40 minutes into the live stream. 48 minutes into the live stream. So we've been. We're coming up on to the halfway point through the live stream, and 1 hour and 11 minutes remaining into this race. Oh, look at this! What? What the hell? See, this is why I hate... Oh my goodness, this is insane. This 6 car, able to get past the 31 over the hill. Where the hell did that come from? So automatically through the traffic, but the 6 Porsche gets past the 31 Cadillac. Where the hell did that actually... Like, what? That shocked me. I had no idea they got so close. But because the IMSA producer wants to focus on the GTD battle, we've had no idea what's been happening in GTP. So now, Estra has moved up into P2, passing Aiken. That took me for a complete surprise. I was like, what? What just happened? What on earth just happened? But oh, look at the 31 trying to send it up the inside, but there's no move there. I think he's going to try to get his get back. I think this might have been a move that happened because of the traffic, but we'll have to wait and see. But man, the Porsche is looking really good right now. He's right now on the back bumper of Albuquerque. This could be for the lead of the race here pretty soon if Albuquerque can't get through the lap traffic here properly. And the driver he's behind is a man who can go through the 24 hours of Nürburgring, no problem. Estra is probably one of, if not the best drivers through traffic. So Albuquerque is going to be shitting bricks right behind. I can't say that on an official broadcast. That's what we say it on the YouTube party. But here comes the 31. He's got a good run out of the corner. He might get him into the Canada corner. Oh, but there's no move there because of the 65 Mustang. Can he send it up the inside through the GTD cars? Yes, he does. He does lose a little bit of time, but I don't think this battle for P2 is done whatsoever. They just came over the hill, and I just saw the Porsche just going wheel to wheel with the Cadillac. I was like, what the hell? He was like 2 seconds adrift. How did he get right on the back bumper of them? Because they didn't show it. Man, oh man, the production of this race, I'll say it before, I'll say it again, has been god-awful. But critically, Albuquerque has pulled another gap on Estra, so he's been able to pull away. There's still a lot of traffic here as they're going through the GTD Pro field. Here's a replay of what happened. Oh, that's not a replay of what happened. That's the 23 of Ross Gunn in the Aston Martin who spun it on the entrance into the carousel. He dipped his toes into the grass and around he goes into the gravel trap. Does he hit the wall? He does hit the wall a little bit, but he's able to get the car going. So that was almost a massive moment. Well, it was a massive moment. It wasn't almost, but it was almost another full course safety car. But it has not happened. Man, oh man. We're coming up to 50 viewers here. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this stream. We very much appreciate you guys. Who do you guys think is going to win with 1 hour and 8 minutes remaining in this race? All to play for so far in this race. Please let me know. Please chat as much as you can. We're going through the GTD Pro field. But look at this. There's a massive gap between Aiken and Estra now. Between them, it's probably just under 2 seconds. This is massive for the race. And I wish we could see a replay of how that happened. But we have no idea. I have no clue how Estra was able to kind of get up into that fight. But here he is. And just doing an incredible, incredible job of it. Huh. Man, oh man. I just realized I got a bit of hair on me. Oh, God. Oh, God. Let's get that. Let's get that. I'm wearing a F1 shirt and an IndyCar hat for an IMSA stream. Y'all want to kill me or what? Y'all should kill me for that. Man, oh man. It's some interesting stuff. We'll have to see. But if this is the race that we're getting with 1 hour left, I am very, very excited. But wow, Lauren Heinrich in the number 5 car. He's been doing a great job pulling away from the Acura on pure pace. Sorry. And the most important thing with that is that that's going to be really good for the driver's standings, because right now, the driver's standings is Jack Aiken is most likely going to win the driver's only championship, because there's the drivers, the car, and the teams. And Heinrich with this spot, this is going to be really good to keep him close to Aiken in that championship fight. I don't know what the exact points difference is between the two of them, but I can let you know that it's decently close enough that he's still within a shot. He can still win the championship, even though this is the third last GTP race, because after this it's Indy and then Road-Atlanta, and then we're done. So they need to giddy up and go after. But here we are with some clean traffic. I think the 31 is going to start to giddy up and try to go after Estra, because man, oh man, the Porsches come alive during this race. So we'll have to see. I will say last lap, 53.7 for Albuquerque, 53.8 for Estra, and 53.6 for Aiken. So the top three right now are even. LMP2, the number 8, driven by Vautier. A penalty, drive-through, tire without crew. See, I've been telling you guys, I wonder what the average, penalties per minute. It's probably like 0.4 or something, which is still insane, because over a 6-hour race, you're getting like that much. That's insane. So, I do agree with you guys, chat. There will be a lot of protests on some of the stuff happening during this race. Like I said, I think this has been the most amount of technical infringements and stewarding I've seen in an IMSA race so far this year. So there will be some people looking to try to reverse some, but knowing IMSA and knowing how most racing bodies works, it's damn near impossible to do so. But we are coming up to an hour remaining, and we got 3 cars within 2 seconds of each other. And the question now becomes, who's going to be the one to beat us? I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a Porsche in a Cadillac sandwich, which usually works out and can be a good thing, but I'm not sure in this instance. We will have to wait and see. As we look at LMP2, CrowdStrike Racing is currently ahead of Inter Europol, which is exactly what they need. They are like, I think they're 4 points away in the title fight. It is very, very close between those two. So any position that they're able to gain over each other will be something. We will have to wait and see. Man, I'd be nuclear about a bunch of trucks on track. Like, getting the Craftsman Truck Series? Hell yeah. Bring the Truck Series to Road America. I'm down for that. Because, hey, it works at Lime Rock Park. Dude, the trucks at Lime Rock is so awesome. I love that. Absolutely love it. They should do Road America here with the trucks. That'd be a good idea. But the thing is, though, I gotta say, I think I said this in this stream earlier, and I said in the previous stream, say for third time's a charm, I feel like this is made for high downforce cars. I feel like it's more, the racing is better with high downforce compared to these GT4s and GT3s. It's a little bit more different. When you get to slower cars with Miatas, because you have all these hard braking zones, it definitely gets a little bit better. But I just feel high downforce cars like the GTPs and Indy cars are usually going to be the best racing that you will see around here. They should make the Craftsman Truck Series just a road course series. They should just stop going to ovals. No, I'm kidding. That'd be insane if they did that. But it would be funny. I would like that. Personally, I would like that. Chat, if there is one track you would like to see the Truck Series go to, where would it be and why? You know what I would like to see them go? I would like to see them go to VIR. Imagine just rowing gears at that track with a truck. I think that would be really fun. I think that would be a really, really fun one. But as we see, entering into turn 5, Philip Ellis he's not lost any time or has lost any marker to Tom Gamble in the 27. He will lose some time, though, with the LMP2 going up the inside through there. I think a lot of people don't realize that the time you lose getting overtaken by faster cars, especially mid corner when it happens, because you're going a different line. You're gonna be slower because there's someone on your inside. You can't turn in. You can't do that. Honestly, Nordschleife or Laguna Seca or Road Atlanta, any of the ones that you guys mentioned, I agree. Just truck series on road course. That's what I'm saying. You just got to do it. But it's been 5 laps in a row that Philip Ellis has been within a second. He is looking and looking and looking to try to get that overtake done. But this is going to be massive, though, as Gamble gets in front of the 62 296, which is last in GTD Pro. That puts a buffer between him and the 57 because these GTD Pros, they're not getting laps. They're just slow. So this 62, he doesn't have to get out of the way of the 57 at all. Not in one bit. So that gap will increase. And so there's got to be a little bit more work to do for Ellis to claw back in. But we're coming up to exactly 1 hour remaining in this race. He's got plenty of time. Plenty of time. The gap is still within a second as the 65 Mustang enters into the pit lane. So, excuse me, that is looking to be the first big shift in GTD Pro. And I think this is going to be our first of the last pit stops of the day for some of our front runners. So these guys are still looking for their first on merit win. And I say on merit because, yes, Mustang and Fords did get a GTD Pro win at Laguna Seca this year. But I believe that was entirely strategy and luck based. So, their car was like third, fourth fastest, maybe second, I don't know. But, like, it wasn't there. They still got the win, though. But this car, I've been saying it a lot, and I'll say it again. It's been a disappointment. I really wish that they were able to build off of more success from last year, but it has just not been the case. And Mustang GT3, I don't want to say that it's not a good racing car, but it's not the best racing car in the world. I'm gonna get shotgun for that. The Corvette's better. The Corvette is just a better car in every way, shape, or form. Also, into the pits we must go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O for Van de Zanda in the number 93. He's entered into the pit lane. He's the first car in GTP to make that move. He's going to go and try and short pit these guys, or maybe long pit, I'm not sure. But Acura's been interesting because I felt, at least with their lap times and everything, I was like, yeah, Acura won too. This is great. But the race pace has not been matching the quality pace that we've been seeing, and hopefully we can see a little bit more here on the back half with Van de Zanda in the car. Speaking of another car, Colorado leader in GTD Pro into the pit lane, and he's the first in. So now that's Ryan Hawksworth, Jack Hawksworth, right? Fuck, I'm always forgetting the name. That's Jack Hawksworth in the car. I don't know why I do that, by the way. Just ignore me. So it's Hawksworth leading now. It's Collado in the 033 in second. It's Nick Tandy in third. Preining in fourth. Porsche still looking for their first win in GTD Pro this year. Tandy is looking to be their best shot for it. But I don't know. They're right there. They're right there. But they just can't get over the hump, I feel. And with under an hour remaining in this race, you got to get over that hump if you want to go for this win. That's obvious stuff. But I'm not sure when we're going to start to tip over that. We'll have to really wait and see, because I'm not really sure on this one. Yeah, you drive this generation, but they will get one soon. Oh, you met Mise Petit? That's awesome. That's really cool. I hope he's as cool as he seems. But yeah, no, the car sounds good. It's just not like it's just not a great GT3. It's just not. Might be good, maybe average. I would say it's an average GT3. Off of the stuff I've seen in Europe and America, it's an average. Which is a shame, because I feel like, especially with the money that Ford and Proton and Multimatic have put into this vehicle, I'm willing to bet that this has been 10 mil plus, like, of the production and the whole thing. It's been maybe even 20 mil. You'd expect more, but money doesn't win you races all the time. It can get you into the races, as we see by like 3/4 of the LMP2 field. It doesn't win you that, though. Into the pits now come the remainder. Well, I was saying the remainder of GTD Pro. That's not the case. Nick Tandy has decided not to pit, and that could be the strategy call that could make or break his chances for that win. Same with the 64 of Olsen. Same with Milner in the number 4. But everyone is going in the pits in GTD of the top 4. Gable's in the pits. Ellis is in the pits. Everyone's in the pits. So we will have to see exactly what's going on with these two. But the main thing that I got to look at here is that, are we, like, really, what's going to happen here with these pit stops? Because this is the first, I just realized this is the first time that we're doing green flag pit stops today. That just clicked in my head. This is the first time we're getting real green flag pit stops, because all the pits have been happening under full course yellow. But there goes Called already up in front. He has now lapped the field. Growl's come out. He's beat Hawksworth. That's going to be big. And they jumped the 033.296. That's really, really big for that battle. And did the 57 just jump 27? I think he did. So that's the Windward car, I think, in the lead, in the net lead in GTD. Oh, they're looking. There's a lot of cars here looking to keep a winning streak on. One of those is the 57, along with that 14. So we gotta. This is gonna be really interesting, as here comes from the lead of LMP2, the number 43 Inter Europol car into the pits. They're also trying to go back to back after they won in Mosport. So there's a lot of people trying to go for multiple wins here, and are in contention to go for multiple wins here at the rate that we're going. Well, the Lexus, the original car is banged up, yes. But the number 14 that's in right now, that's the backup car that they've been racing and having this great pace with. That car's just that damn good. You can get into the backup car and immediately be competitive. So Tandy, Milner, and Olsen all into the pits. I think with Cole already being the first one to do his stop, I think he will take back the lead here. It's looking really good for the Temerario in GTD Pro. Really, really good. How does the upgrading system work in IMSA? Is there a budget cap, or are you free to bring as many upgrades as you want? Ooh. So I think the way that it works is that it's not really upgrades that you do to the car, it's you do evolutions. And you're only allowed a set amount of evolutions in like a year. Oh, there's something very wrong with the 77 as they got out of the pit. I think they lost a little bit of time here. Oh, nope, never mind. No, they were able to jump the number 4 in the 65. I thought it was not looking good. But it's... Wait. Hold on. What are they saying? Oh, no, I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know what they're talking about. But, yeah, I think it just comes with Evos and stuff. That is a door that is coming off the side of the number 5 of Heinrich. He might get black flagged for this. Oh, this could be big. That's a... Oh, my God. That's his whole door panel coming off. That's something you don't see. He's going to have to come in from 4th. So... Lauren Heinrich, who is looking so good to get a really good points haul here, not just for JGC Millers, but also for himself in the Drivers' Championship, is going to have to go, and the Grello car goes wide. What the hell happened there? Tandy, in the 77, I think he either might have forced him wide or he went wide on himself, but the Grello, that's Thomas Preining, in the Manthai car, going wide and losing out to second place. Called already still in the lead, but the gap is 2.5 seconds up in front. It's looking really good for the Temerario here. But here's a replay of what happened. And was it the AO car? Excuse me. Was it the AO car pushing him wide? Yes, it was. So through 6, they were having a battle down through turn 5 and then the 6 that we missed. And he got pushed wide. There could be some penalties coming out here for the battle in second. These are the 2 Porsches. And they're trying to chase Calder already, but you can't be chasing them. If you're battling, you're just going to lose time. He loses more time going wide. I don't think Preining is very happy in that 911 gravel car in any way, shape, or form. Roman DeAngelis in the 23 car enters into the pits, but these 2, the 2 Porsches, they need to try to focus on getting Calderetti up in front. But the more that they do this, the more Calderetti is just going to pull away in the FAF car, and we could be seeing Temerario getting their first win in America, which is 50 minutes remaining. It's looking really good for them. Really, really good. That gap's 9 seconds. Never mind, not 2.5. It's 9 seconds. Oh my God. That is the only way now for something to happen is if Calderetti has issues or a full course safety car comes out to bring that gap in. This is dream come true for the FAF Motorsports crew and Andrea Calderetti. That's incredibly good for them. Let's see if Milner in the number 4 can try to get up onto this battle of the 2 Porsches, but these Porsches are self-sabotaging each other if they keep it the way that they're going. But I should also mention that Albuquerque up in front, because we haven't mentioned the GTPs in the last little bit, he's starting to slowly but surely inch away from Estra. I think the Cadillac is just a little bit better on that race pace. And he's gained around a second in the last 4 or 5 seconds. So he's been very slowly picking away and picking off. As here comes Jack Aiken in the 31 into the pit lane. So of the top 3, he's the first car to make a move. This could be big. If they can nail this stop, they could be right back into this fight. We'll have to wait and see what Estra and Albuquerque does. Here comes Heinrich as well into the pits. They have to fix that car and the door coming off. Oh, man. I really want to see how well they come for this stop. This is going to be a very quick one. Indeed, I wish I could tell you what their stint energy is, but I don't have active stint energy. The only thing that comes up is on the official broadcast, and it comes up very, very shortly, so I'm not really sure what we're looking at for energy. But they're only doing left side tires. I don't think they're doing any right sides here. Making sure the door is latched all good, just like on Heinrich's car. And they're going to be fueling up as much as they can. Out he goes. And away they go in the 31. Hopefully, that was fast enough to keep them in the fight here in the top 3. As out he comes into the pit lane. And up the inside goes the 4 Corvette. And moves into P3 as they almost hit the 31 Cadillac. Look at this. As the slow cold tires of the 31 is making it difficult. Look at the GT3s go around the outside of the GTP. This is horrible for Jack Aiken as he's losing a lot of time with this. And now Blomqvist is going to be right on the back bumper, and maybe he could try to fight it up in the P3. He's still trying to warm his tires up. The Grello of Preining is slowing and slowing down. Up the inside goes Blomqvist on Aiken. Does he get the switchback Aiken? No, he doesn't. So that's Blomqvist moving up into P3. This is a nightmare scenario for the Jack Aiken in the 31. Into the pits comes Estra. Albuquerque stays out, so he's going to go another lap. This is going to be really crucial for the Porsche Penske guys to nail their stop. They're the best team here, and I don't see why they can't go for it. As into the pits they come in the Sunoco Porsche. They have been waiting a long time to get that win. They haven't won since Sebring. And they need another win to keep their championship fight remotely in. They have 3 races remaining. And if they can use this and boost their momentum into Indy and Road Atlanta, the Porsche versus Cadillac battle will reign supreme. Here comes the stops. It's looking really good here. They only do the left side tires, same as that 31. They're trying to get the fuel done. I think this is going to be around the same time as Aiken, but let's see where he comes out on the stop. Like I said, he lost a lot of time as Van der Zande moves up into P5. I think he got past Lauren Heinrich as Heinrich was getting out of the pits, but here comes Estra out of the pits now. Where is he gonna be in front of Blomqvist and Aiken? They're nowhere. He's got the gap. Oh, maybe Blomqvist might be able to get him here. I'm not sure. Again, Blomqvist, I don't think has pit yet. And I think he is going to pass him. Into turn 1 we go. And will he try to move up into P2? Astra blocks. He's going to force him wide onto the outside. Blomqvist moving this way and that way to try to get by. And he will get by. On the exit of the corner, Tom Blomqvist moves into P2. But look at what happens now. Because of that bad exit, and because of getting slowed down by Blomqvist, Jack Aitken is right there to try to get back into P2. They're going to have to get past Called already in the GTD Pro car, and I think they will. But Prining in the 911 is a failure to adhere to power chain parameters and will get a drive-through. That's massive for the 911, as he will go out of that GTD Pro fight. In comes Albuquerque in the 10, but here comes Aitken as he goes around the outside of Estra. Can he force the move into turn 7? He's going to get forced wide by Estra, and he's going to have to back out of that one. Oh my God, what a battle here. But the fact of the matter is, the more these two battle, the more Albuquerque is going to be able to pull away. Out of the carousel we go, and down we go towards Canada corner. He's looking up, oh my God, almost up the inside into that move. That was almost the two of them crashing into each other at the fastest part of the track. But now, Aitken, honestly, now the race is blown wide open as the right Porsche, driven by Tom Sargent, has crashed into the wall, and the safety car will come out. Albuquerque is still in the pits. Will he get saved here and hold on to the track position? I think he will. Oh, man. The yellow flag and the full course safety car comes out. That timing is insane. That's going to be a free stop for Albuquerque, and he's in front of the safety car. Oh, man. And Estra, of course, able to hold on in front of Aitken. But Blomqvist is also going to get a free stop here, but he might have to drop out. Oh, I don't know. This is going to be really interesting. The top 5 right now is Albuquerque, Blomqvist, Estra, Aitken, Van de Zanda. Oh, man. Oh, man. I said there was going to be 2 more yellows before the end of this race, and I've been right. Maybe there will be 1 more. We'll have to wait and see. But chat, this is massive for this race. Albuquerque has been safe. I think Blomqvist, I'm not sure. I think he will have to pit. I don't know if Estra and Aitken and Albuquerque, well, Albuquerque doesn't have to pit. He just came out. He's going to stay there. But will Estra and Aitken maybe get a top up of energy or maybe switch their tires? I don't know. But man, oh man, that was insane. Here's a replay of what happened to the right car. He just sent it into turn 1. That's a massive shunt. Massive, massive shunt on the exit of 7. Just went way too wide. Here's a replay of what happened to see. Oh, he clipped the inside of the curb and it just sent him straight into the wall. That's a very rare incident to have, but that's a violent accident as he goes wide and just stops immediately. The car's just getting flicked around. Hopefully he doesn't have any neck injuries from that, just getting flicked like that by the tire barriers. But man, oh man. And right as we were getting onto the yellow flag, that was a massive, just before the yellow flag, I thought we were going to see the big moment of the race. And I was just saying that Albuquerque is probably so happy that these two are fighting because they're just losing time. But now it doesn't matter because he's going to guarantee to have the spot. But now he's going to have the restart of his life, because I think with how these safety cars have been going, they're around 10 minutes. So I think we'll be having a 32 to 30 minute sprint right to the end. And I'd also, God, Andrea called already. Faf is not happy right now. This is not what they wanted whatsoever. They're all the way up in front. They had a massive gap. It was looking like they were just going to hold on for the race victory. But nope, they have to deal with Nick Tandy and Milner right all over again. Unless they can repeat the restart that they had last time, because if they had the perfect restart on that previous attempt. So I don't see why they can't do it again, but they got to really, really nail it this time. The 023 of Kosh in the AF, is it the AF Corsa? I think it is the AF Corsa 296 in the lead in GTD. Philip Ellis is still in second, and I think this is entirely because of the cycle that was going through and just the timing of everything. So unless Kosh has to go into the pits, I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait and see. Philip Ellis might be the leader in GTD, and that's going to look really, really good for them. But we are under safety car conditions. Mikhail Jensen in the number 2 United Autosports cars also in the lead, followed by the number 11, then the number 22 United Autosport, and then the 52 of Harry Tignell in the car. Oh, man. This is the first time seeing this. I'll make sure to watch you in the next IMSA race from the start. I very much appreciate you guys joining. It's not just me. I just want to let you know, it's usually not just me. I usually have someone else here to do it with. Of course, that makes it a little bit more exciting. Jonah here is the main person who runs the FJ Endurance channel, so hopefully we'll be able to get him back for VIR, which is coming up in the next 2 weeks. And yeah, it's been awesome to be able to do the full stream. It really sucks because the last 3 races, Jonah and I have just been screwed. It's either been him moving or me being sick. And we've never been 100% there and available for a race weekend. Hopefully, VIR will be the first time that we'll be like fully locked in for a full race weekend, which is something we're really, really looking forward to. As of right now, 40 minutes remaining. It's Albuquerque in front, Blomqvist in second, Estra in third, Aitken in fourth, Van de Zende in fifth. But with the right car out of the way, which by the way, they have what a pissy season, or not. I don't know about their season, but this race has been a bit of a piss fest for the Right Motorsports time. It's time to just forget about it and move on into the next race until we go there. But as of right now, Fortnite. Hold on, give me a moment as I'm trying to figure some stuff out here on the FJ Endurance YouTube channel. I very much appreciate your guys' patience. And yeah, like I said, it's usually supposed to be Jonah and I, but it's just your boy Nick here for the remainder of this race. The fact that there's almost 60 people here watching just me is absolutely, I'm very much appreciative of it. Thank you oh so much for all of the amazing support. Man, oh man, we got a lot of people here, man. Oh man. I'm starting to lose my mind here, chat. It's A-okay. We're coming on to the last few minutes of this race, and I think we're gonna get a pretty insane restart. Calderetti is looking to give the Temerario its first win in America, its second win all time. And I believe Faf has not won a race since, I think, 2023. If someone can correct me on that, that'd be great. It was either 2023 or 24 they won their last race. It's been a long time coming for the Faf Motorsport crew to get that car on the top step. It's also been a long time coming for the 77 AO car. They have been, I guess, somewhat disappointing this year. No wins. They got their first, I think, either their first or second podium at Mosport last week or last race. Yeah, there's a lot of people looking for some firsts. So Colorado and Tandy, they're really looking for it here. I'm curious on where my Lexus boys are. Jack Hawksworth is in P6 right now, so he's a little bit behind. But the thing is that they could, I think they could still be in the fight here to go 3 in a row. I would really like to see it. Because they're also, just to let you know, they're not really in the championship fight right now. It's still the 1 BMW, the 3 Corvette, and the 77 Porsche. Which, by the way, actually, now, because the 3 Corvette's out and the 1 is out, that's 2 championship contenders out of this race. This is looking really good for Nick Tandy and AO Racing to take the lead into the GTD Pro Championship right now. Really good opportunity. Even though they don't have any wins this year, they've been consistent enough to get into that fight. I think we're going to have a really fun. So, yeah, Faf's last win was Sebring 2023. It's been 3 years. 3 years since they've last got a win. They need this badly. And I said this earlier. There have been reports coming out that there are, and rumors, yeah, more so rumors than reports, that this could be it for Faf. They might be backing out at the end of this year. And giving the Temerario either to someone else or it just doesn't race in IMSA, which I think is a crying shame. But into the pits comes Blomqvist. So he did have to pit. So now it goes Albuquerque, Estra, and Aiken, the top three. So the top three fight we were seeing back again is coming back up and around. So Colin Brown is not in the car. So Blomqvist, and they are doing an interesting... Are they changing all the tires except for the front right? I can't tell. No, I think they are doing the 4-tire stop. They are doing the 4 tires. So Blomqvist doing the final stop. And I think some of the BMWs are also coming into the pit lane. I think it's a 25 entering in. And here comes Louis Delatraz also in the 40 that's coming in to do their final stop. So Albuquerque, Estra, and Aiken, they're good until the end. Van de Zenda, I don't know, but I think he should be okay. But right now, there's an Aston Martin in the top 5. Roman DeAngelis in the 23 in the top 5. They've been looking... do they have a top 5 this year? If they do, they only have 1, but I don't think they do. And if they don't, they're looking and they're really hungry to try to go for it. So they need any bit of luck that they can get. And yeah, so it's the 25 BMW doing their final stop as well. Same with the 40. And I think we're going to be probably doing more. Yeah, we got 35 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Which means... Oh, my live stream is not... Oh, my live stream is very much behind. I apologize. Now we're looking at the live proper timing. We got 34 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in this race. And yeah, I think we're going to have probably 4, 5, maybe 6 minutes of yellow. We'll cycle everyone through and then we're going to get a pretty exciting restart, you guys. Whoa! Shout out FJ Endurance for Road America. Thank you, IMSA, for being here. I know Jonah isn't exactly here to be here, but thank you guys so much for joining and being alongside. I love you so much, IMSA. IMSA, if you're watching this, I wanna announce races. Get me in contact with some guys and let's make it happen. I have I got my journalism degree. I got my stuff. Let me send. Who should I send the stuff to? IMSA, if you're still here and you're still watching this, who should I send my CV to? Should I send it to S, or maybe I should send it to SRO? I don't know. But yeah, we got IMSA in the house here. Thank you so much, IMSA, for coming along and being here. We very much appreciate you guys doing anything. I've totally not said anything bad about them whatsoever. Guys, don't snitch. Don't snitch. Don't snitch. Don't. Anyways, yeah, that's really cool to see IMSA in the chat. Thank you guys once again so much for being here. Yeah, wow. 33 minutes officially remaining in this race. We're coming down to the wire here as the field is starting to shift their way through. I think we'll restart with either, yeah, like I said, it's probably going to be 28 minutes. That's my guess, is that we'll get a 28-minute restart. My phone is about to goddamn die, so I want to chat, and because I want to still chat with you guys. I'd like to be able to still chat with you guys. Yeah, looking very interesting. Let's go over the running order so far in this race. It's Felipe Albuquerque up in front. It's Estra in second. It's Aiken in third. Van de Zenda in fourth. Roman DeAngelis in top 5 for the Aston Martins. Lauren Heinrich in sixth. Tom Blomqvist in seventh in the 60. Louis Delatraz in eighth in the number 40 Cadillac. The number 7 Porsche driven by Felipe Nasser is in ninth. 2 laps down. And then in the leaders, in LMP2, it's Tom Dillman in the 43 LMP2 Inter Europol. Then it's Alex Quinn in the 04 CrowdStrike. Those guys are separated by, I think, 4 points in the championship. It is incredibly close. Behind them, it's the number 22 United Auto Sports car, driven by Paul DeRessa, is in third. Mikael Jensen in the number 2 United Auto Sports in number 2. And the number 11, driven by Matthias Brocchi, rounds up your top 5 in LMP2. In GTD Pro, it's Andrea Caldoretti in the Temerario looking for their first win in IMSA and first FAF win in 3 years. Behind them, it's Nick Tandy in the 77 AO Porsche looking for their first win of the year. Tommy Milner in the number 4 Corvette. I think they're looking for their first win of the year as well, actually. I mean, I'm going to confirm that one for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Has the 4 won a race? No, it's not. And by the way, I was saying, so it was the 4 car that was in the fight. So it was the number 1, the number 4, and the 77. So the 4 is still in the fight. The 1, now that it's retired, I think they're going to be losing the top spot in GTD Pro. So now the battle for the lead in the championship is between Nick Tandy in the 77 and Tommy Milner in 4th. That just so happened to be 2nd and 3rd out on track. Vervish in the 65 Ford is in 4th. Jack Hawksworth in the Vassar Sullivan Lexus in number 5. In P5, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason he's there, I don't know why I'm saying about a reason. Sorry, my brain just like, the static just came in. I just lost internet signal. Sorry, guys. The IMSA, I'm powered by IMSA. I was made by IMSA. So, like, because they're in Road America and I'm here on Vancouver Island, the connection is pretty far away. So there's a little bit of disconnection. So anyways, Hawksworth in P5. They're looking to go 3 in a row here. They're a little bit far away to make that happen, but it's not impossible. And in GTD, it's Caution, the 023-296, followed by Philip Ellis in the 57 Windward Mercedes. Hasse Klot in the 068 Car Blanche team has now gone in. And we're seeing some mixing up here on the order. What's going on here? Oh, okay, never mind. It's still in the way that it's supposed to be. So, yeah, Car Blanche doing really good here in GTD in the top 3. Tom Gamble in the 27. They're still leading in the GTD Pro or in the GTD Championship. They're still looking to hold on to that. And Alto in the 81 Dragon Speed Corvette is your top 5. All right. All right, gamers. We got 51 people in chat. We have 29 minutes remaining in this race. It is all to play for the back half of this race. And the question is can Albuquerque get that restart? The restarts here have been pretty good so far from everyone. I've not seen anything irregular. It looks pretty good to get that stuff. But we'll have to wait and see. It depends on how well they do stuff. But the number 4 Corvette hasn't won since 2021. Isn't that GTLM era, or is that the first year of GTD? That might be. Oh no, it's the second. No, that was the first year of GTD. So they're looking for their first win in 5 years. So thank you so much, Samuel GT, for that nice little fact. I always like seeing some fun facts here. So yeah, a lot of people here are waiting or looking for their first and waiting for their first. So. The whole top 3, they have not won in a long time, so we're going to see some hungry drivers. And same with that, was it the 64 or the 65 that won at Laguna Seca? It was the 65. So the 65 has won, but still, the entire top 3 has not, and that is what is most important. Oh, it was the last year GTLM. Okay, so they haven't won in GTD. It's been the number 3 car all the way around, but we're about to get started with this restart. Really soon. I hope they can put the GTPs up in front. I hope the IMSA guy, I hope you're not here. But like, I think you need to have a conversation with your people, with the lovely people in your production booth. Just maybe. But we're seeing some cars slow up. I think we're going to be getting the green flag here really soon here in GTD Pro. But I haven't seen the green flag drop. I don't know if the GTPs are going. They just love showing the GTDs. Are we going green? I don't know. I think we are going green because the GTDs are gone. Yes, we are. Green flag. This should be the last sprint to the race. 27 minutes officially remaining, and Albuquerque is the leader. Estra in second, Jack Aiken in third. What can Aiken do to try to get back up into that P2? He lost that due to the traffic. Can he gain it back? That's going to be the big play. Up the inside goes Nasser. He might be down 2 laps. It doesn't matter to him. He's going to try to make his way through the field as much as he can. Through turn 3 we go, and down the hill to the best overtaking opportunity for these GTPs. Look at Aiken. He's right to the back bumper of Estra. This could be the move for P2. They clash going down towards turn 5, and I think he's going to try to force him up the inside. Estra trying to go the long way around the outside into turn 5, and does he? Oh my god, he does! Around the outside. What a move from Estra to get back up into P2. Oh, Estra's trying to block it into turn 6, but just is able to hold on. Oh my god, around the outside for Estra. What a move to hold on the P2, but Aiken's not done. Albuquerque is looking at this and being like, thank goodness you guys keep battling. Renger, Van der Zande in the 93, he's trying to get back up onto this fight, but Albuquerque up in front is like, thank the Lord, at least for now. But look at this. Roman DeAngelis, he's right on the back bumper of Van der Zande. He might try to move on to P4 as they make their way down the back straight towards Canada Corner. Up in front, it's Tom Dillman leading in the 43 with the CrowdStrike 04 right in the back. It went 3 wide down towards turn 1. The 52 car having to back out. The Tower 18 car going really wide. What a move from PJ Hyatt to get 2 in the 1 here. That's incredible. Oh, really good stuff from the AL Racing cars as that battle is still raining on. Colorado still in the lead. Tandy in second. Milner in third. But Ellis in the 57 Winward has gone past Kosh in the 023 and has moved into the lead in GTD. It's looking good right now for them to go back-to-back in GTD. Under 25 minutes remaining, and he just gets up in front. They're talking about fuel. I don't know who they're talking about fuel for, but we'll have to wait and see which car is dealing with fuel. I hope it's not the 57, because that would be heartbreaking if they lose this race due to fuel strategy. But man, oh man, what a crazy restart here for the leaders. But is all Queen so far up in front. Estra still holding on the second. Aiken right in the back bumper, but they don't want to change that for much longer. But they got to try to work up to Albuquerque, because maybe the tank car can get their first win of the year if they can hold on to it. Man, oh man, it's looking so close. The 10 cars had a miserable year. 11th, 10th, 11th was the first 4 races. They had a 3rd in Detroit, 7th in Watkins Glen. If they can get this off, this will be a great little happy point in the middle of almost a season from hell for the number 10 WTR car. They have been showing a lot of pace this weekend. As up this Dragon Speed 81 car, looking up the inside on the car Blanche 068, but there's no move there just yet. Tom Gamble in the 27 also trying to look, but this is the restart for the lead as around the outside Philip Ellis went into turn 1. Great overtake to hold on to that one. Man, oh man. I love that Mercedes. I've always been a big fan of them, and it looks like at this rate, they're clean in the way to go for the win in GTD, unless something else happens, unless we get another full course yellow, which I really hope we don't do, because I don't want one with like 10 minutes to go, because then that will most likely be the end of the race, because on average, these safety cars have been 12 minutes, so I really hope that we don't get something with under 15 minutes to go, because that will most likely be the end of the race if anything happens. Estra, a second away from Albuquerque, but we're not looking at that right now. Car Blanche is still holding on to that top 3 in GTD. Hasse Klot with an incredible job trying to get their, I think it would be their 2nd podium in GTD. Their first one was at Watkins Glen in their debut. They were really good at Watkins. Went into GTD Pro at Mosport. Kind of got thrown around a bit. But as soon as they moved down into GTD, they're right in the fight. But up in front, Ellis is holding on and is holding on really comfortably up in front. Philippe Albuquerque, what will you do? How can you hold on to this? But we will have to wait and see. Up the inside goes the Dragon Speed car, but he can't get alongside long enough to get the overtake on Hassan Cloud. He's just going to have to wait a little bit longer. But any move that he does will put him at risk for another overtake from Dillman in the 27. Here's the fight in GTD Pro. Calderetti still holding on. Again, they've been waiting a long time for that win for FAF. The Canadian team based out of Markham, Ontario. They're really looking for it here. Milner in the top 3. They're also looking to hold on for dear life and maybe go for their first win. As someone said, 5 years. And chat, I do agree. I wish there was a no commentary for the race. WEC does, and we've been doing that for our World Endurance streams because we have a WEC TV Plus. They have a no commentary bit. So when we do WEC streams, we have that in the background, which is so much better. Everyone loves it. It's really, really fun. But with this, I agree. I wish there was a no commentator mode, but sadly not. You're just gonna have to deal with me being the only commentator. 20. We're coming up. We're just under 21 minutes and 20 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Milner is still right on the back bumper of that AO car. He's gonna have to pull a little bit of magic out of his hat if he wants to go for the win right now. But here comes Aiken trying to look for a move here on Astra. This is looking really good for Albuquerque up in front. That gap is 1.5 seconds. And if these two, the 6 and the 31, keep on battling the way they have, oh man, they're either going to crash or they're just going to keep on losing time, which is just working out for the WTR team up in front. But Astra, he is pushing that car. Again, they're looking for their first win since Sebring. They've been nowhere. For the middle part of the year, they've been bopped to all oblivion. Well, Cadillac has been given pretty nice bop throughout the remainder of the year. But they're really, I thought they might be in the look for the win, but at the rate that they're going, Albuquerque is just pulling away up in front. But here comes Aiken down towards Canada Corner, the fastest part on the track, over 200 miles an hour. He looks up the inside, but there's no way he can get alongside there from that far back. He's going to have to be a little bit more patient if he wants to get that overtake done. 19 and a half minutes ago, plenty of opportunity to go for it. But as I said before, and I'll say it again, it's one thing to pass him, it's one thing to catch him, it's another to pass him. So we'll have to wait and see how he does. Last lap for Aiken, a 54.3. It was a 54.1 for Estra last round. So they're really even, but Estra just a little bit faster. But the 36 DXDT of Charlie Eastwood spins around. I think that's on the exit of turn 6. Yeah, it is turn 6. And around he goes. No yellow flag needed. Here is some slow traffic up in front. This might play into the hands of Aiken. Out of turn 3 they come and down towards turn 5. We'll have to wait and see once they cut back, but they don't want to show it. They want to show replays of stuff, even though we might see a move. This was the 912 car trying to go for a move. But here goes Aiken around the outside in the turn 5. He just can't do it. He gets forced wide by the number 6 car. Just can't find a way past whatsoever. I love that IMSA is prioritizing a GTD replay over a battle for second place overall. But that's not me. I'm not the production team. But anyways, they are losing more and more time with more of this battle. This is looking really good for Albuquerque up in front, unless something dramatic happens to that 10 car. I think we're going to be seeing the first win for WTR this year, and it's going to be a long, long time coming. We'll have to wait and see. But we have under 18 minutes remaining in this race as they power their way down towards Canada Curve. This is looking like a great opportunity for a top 5 for Roman DeAngelis and the Aston Martin Valkyries, as they are still holding on. But it's going to be a penalty for Schuring in the 912 for that accident with the 36. Understandable. As, oh, look at this! The 31 sitting out on the inside. How on earth did he get alongside into there? Aiken going for overtaking opportunities I didn't even know existed, but someone in the background also going off, as might be one of the LMP2s or a GTD, and it's Blomqvist in the 60 as he crashes out. Tom Blomqvist crashing out, and that's going to be a full course yellow with 17 minutes remaining. Oh yeah, that's suspension damage, but oh, will this be the end of the race, or will we get a 5-minute sprint? I don't know. The yellow flag's up in front. There it is, with 17 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. The full course yellow is out, And I think the 60 is going to be beached. This could be the race, or we get a 3-minute sprint. Oh my God. Aiken almost crashing into Estra, coming up into the last corner. Like I said, he was going for a move I didn't even think was possible, as they had a little bit of touching and banging wheels. Oh my goodness gracious. But this is, I think, our 8th full course yellow. 8th or 9th. What a chaotic race that we've been having so far, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, this is the question. Will the race end like this? I don't know. But the main thing is that Roman DeAngelis is now into the top 4 with Blanquist going wide. I saw the car go wide. I was like, who was that? But it was Tom Blanquist. He's out of the car. He's out of the race. Let's see a replay here of exactly what happened. There's not really an answer as to why he went wide, but he slams into the tire barrier. Hopefully we can get an onboard replay of this, but this has been a insane race so far for these guys. I don't even know how on earth this could have happened. And we get no replay. I think he probably just understeered off. Hopefully. And I think IMSA knows this. They want to get this as fast out of the way as fast as humanly possible, because they want a last-minute restart. This is IMSA. This is how they do things. If this is WEC, this is race over. But in IMSA, we don't do that here in IMSA. This could be a very, very insane restart. We'll have to wait and see. Here's another replay. This is the 31 car trying to force it up the inside into the corner, but just couldn't. And man, and also the 90. Okay, so I thought the 63 was in front. What has happened to the 93? So Van de Zanda lost out to both DeAngelis and Heinrich. I don't even know how. But Van de Zanda is now down in 6th. Roman DeAngelis in the Aston Martin Valkyrie is best of the rest in 4th. I don't know. Someone can tell me, right? I don't know if they've ever even gone to top 3 in IMSA. Will this be their best finish ever? This could be. If they are able to hold it on like this. Oh my God. This is really changed hands here. But we're under 50 minutes. We're getting either 3 or 5 minutes remaining. It's gonna be a very, very short restart. But I know IMSA, because they're owned by NASCAR. They're trying to get this done as fast as possible so that we can get a dramatic finish. Man, oh man, we got almost 60 people here into this race. Thank you guys all so much for being here, in spite of Jonah not being here for the race. This has been an absolute chaotic. They had a podium at Petit. Oh, okay, never mind. So they have had tough finishes. My apologies. This will be their best finish this year, but it won't be their best finish ever. So good to know. Yeah. Hey, I'm happy for them though that they would be able to at least try to go for maybe a podium this year. But thank you guys for reminding me about their podium at Petit Le Mans. I am lack of a ball knower. But they're already cycling cars through. They want this to go as fast as possible. So this has been the 8th full course safety car. And according to the guys on the broadcast, that 2 hours of the 4 hours has been under safety car. That's a lot of time. I don't know if that is true, but man, oh man, it is a lot of time that we've been under. But it looks though, because they got all the LMP2s in order. They have the GTD Pros in order. I don't see why they can't get this restarted pretty soon here. I think this might be a quick restart. We'll have to wait and see, but I think they're getting the leaders all bunched up, and they're going to try to go for it. But the safety car lights are still on, so they're at least doing another lap. If they can get this, shout out to IMSA for being able, because like I'm sorry, I find WEC's safety car features to be an absolute joke. For example, during the 24 hours of Le Mans, there was a small accident that should have been like a 25, 30-minute cleanup, and because of the procedures that they forced into play, they made it like an hour. Almost an hour and a half. It was horrible. So That's why I said as soon as this happened, if this was a WEC race, the race is over. Albuquerque's the winner, Estra's in second, Aiken in third, Dillman wins, Colorado wins, Ellis wins. Like, it's done. But that's not the case. We are going to get a restart, and no way. Are we getting a restart this lap? What? Wow, this is going to be a fast one. The safety car lights just came off, and I think we're getting a restart this time by. So with just over 10 minutes remaining, Albuquerque is going to have to do it all over again, and Aiken is going to have to do it all over again to try to get past Estra. This, this is great. Also, I should mention, I know the FAF team is just like, God damn it, why can't we get away from this? This is insane. This is looking, I feel so bad for them, but hopefully they can just hold on for another 10 minutes and 3 to 4 laps, but the safety car goes in front. Oh my God, chat. Here we go. Albuquerque, Estra, Aiken, DeAngelis, Heinrich is your top 5. Albuquerque leads them off. He gets the green flag going. He gets a little bit ahead of Albuquerque, but is it that much? I don't know. It might not be it, but the green flag dropped. Oh, Aiken's got to run here on Estra. I think Aiken might go for it here in the turn 1, but no, it's done as the race is going to end on their safety car. The United Autosports LMP2 for the second time this race has spun around under the safety car. No, the 31 in the turn 1 has spun around and crashed. Now the race is definitely over. The 31 Cadillac in the turn 1 is slammed into the outside wall, and the race, I think, is officially over. DeAngelis is in second, and Estra, they both crashed into each other. Oh my God, they both crashed into each other. Estra and Estra and Aiken have crashed into each other. Angelis is in second, Heinrich's in third, Delatraz is in fourth. What? No! You gotta be kidding me. I was like, oh, the race is done because of United Autosports. But then I look up and it changes the camera. And the 31 and the 6 come together in the turn 1. Oh, we have to see a replay of this. I just saw the 31 go swimming in. I didn't even see the 6. Oh my God. The yellow flag's out. I don't think we're getting. I think the race is ending under safety car, lads. I think this might be it. So Estra out. Aiken out. Oh my God. That is massive championship implications, not just for drivers, teams, constructors, because Heinrich can now get back into this GTP fight because he's going to get a top 3. And Roman DeAngelis is going to match his best finish of P2 from last year. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please show a replay, IMSA. This is insane. I have to see exactly what happened here because I was like, oh, that's the race over because of the LMP2 spinning. But here comes the replay. So this is the LMP2. He just got forced wide and spun around. Okay. They weren't going to throw the yellow flag for that because they got the car going again. But what happened into turn 1? Here we go. So Aiken goes around the outside. They're moving. And Estra just crowds him wide and they both crash into each other. Oh my God. That might be Estra's fault. I got to be honest. I think he was crowding him a little bit too much. And Aiken was like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm just going to crash you out. And that's what he did. And I respect it. Honestly, I respect it. And Roman DeAngelis, the floodgates open for him to move in the P2. Heart of Racing is just losing their minds here. Oh my God. And look at, Van de Zande went really wide. He almost went into the gravel trap because he got forced wide by the 7. So both of the Porsches just being maniacs. Yeah, what in the LMU open lobbies? That's what I'm saying. Wow. That is unreal stuff, you guys. Well, there's your clip to see later on the FJ Endurance channel. Oh my God. Wow. I'm surprised that Aiken's not gone over to Estra to try to fight him because honestly, that was That was really big because you guys can't see it. You will see the replays eventually. But Estra in the 6, he just crowds him over to the left and just left Aiken no room. So Aiken's just like, well, if you're going to give me no room, I'm just turning you. And I respect that. Honestly, I respect that. So, because you got to stand your ground. You can't get bullied on a racetrack like this. Estra tried to bully him and Aiken was like, hell no, I'm going to go out with you. And that's what happened. So, that is some over-aggressive driving from Kevin Estra, but it is, yeah. And the IMSA guys are also saying it's an unnecessary incident. I would agree. Estra just doing way too much on defense there. Wow. Wayne Taylor Racing is going to get their... Are they getting their first win ever in GTP? No. I think this might be their... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This might be their first... Yeah, they've had 2 podium finishes in the last few races. Yeah, no, they've... I don't know if they've... God damn, this is crazy. This is... Chat, I don't even know what to say, but, like, the race is over. But that means we have a win for the Temerario in IMSA. And Calderetti is going to win. Or Faf, sorry, is going to get their first win since 2023. Oh, my God. Philip Ellis goes back-to-back. Dillman and the 43, they will go back-to-back. Oh, man. That, wow. Wow, 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 wow. And y'all in chat are talking, and I need to, we need something. Off in the S, this is finally gonna, Stu is gonna be so happy. Stu is gonna be like, fuck yes, finally. Stu, if you're watching this, what's up, bro? I don't think he's watching. But, wow. What a way to end this race. A little anticlimactic, I had to be honest. I had some high hope that maybe those cars could try to go after the number 10, but it just wasn't going to happen. Oh, I just thought that Tom Campbell just got fucked. Well, he did. He's just got a drive-through, unsafe re-entry for turn 5. I don't know where he is. I think he's 5th. So, that's not good if you're a fan of the Harder Racing 27 car. You can say that was pretty climactic. Yeah, I guess. I was just... Well, I thought the race was over because... I thought the race was over because of the LMP2 spinning. And then all of a sudden, I just see a cloud of smoke as the 31 goes off. I was like, oh, now the race is definitely done. It is a little anticlimactic. Any race that ends before the... Like, any race that ends under yellow for me is an anticlimactic race. I want to see... Race until the end, bruh. A race to the end is climactic to me. That's the way I put it. It was... yeah, this was something else. But the timer comes back out. This is officially the start of the final lap. But Albuquerque's up in front. DeAngelis is in second. Heidrich's in third. This is... If you were to say at Daytona that a WTR, a Harder Racing car, and a JDC Motor car was going to be the top 3 at a race this year, none of you guys would believe me. None of you. And I wouldn't believe myself either. If I had to tell myself that, I'd be like, bro, you're smoking. You're smoking that good stuff. Dog, I wish any other team except the WTR. That's so funny. I gotta be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of the WTR teams. I prefer the 40 over the 10. I prefer the... This is the team I don't... I've always been mid on them, but like... Yay! You got a good result. Good job, you guys. But, my God. They finally did it, chat. They're finally going to get their win. Finally, they'll get their win. I gotta say... ladies and... Okay, chat. Chat. Who is your driver of the day? If you had to pick a driver today, who's it going to be? Because if he didn't get a drive-through, I don't think the 10 would have been the winner of this race. I think it would have been the 40, and Louis Delatraz drove an unreal race today. If I could, I would give him driver of the day, but I just don't feel like it's right. I don't know who else I would. Oh, I'm having a hard time. You guys answer. Roman DeAngelis. I mean, what has he done though? I mean, he kept the car clean. He's done good. They've worked strategy. I don't know if he hasn't done a lot of on track stuff. It's a fair shout though, just because he was able to get the car to get that car to finish best of the rest. But yeah, yeah, Warren Heinrich. It's for me. It's either Heinrich or Delatraz. Like for them to be able to get their cars into this position and do as well as they've done, I think they would put it. Yeah, I would like to put those guys as my driver today, but you can also you can just put Harder Racing up there as well because no, they've ran a. Finally, the luck has played their favor because at Long Beach they were in running for a position like this until they got crashed out by the BMW. I think at Detroit they were somewhat there, but not really. What was another race this year that they were kind of close? I think Watkins at some parts they were up in the top 5 and 4th, but this is it. This is redemption for Long Beach. BMW just doing this is wow, what a race. What a race that we've had so far. They're coming down towards Canada corner for the final time today. And yeah, this is something else. Hopefully we can see this is wow. But you know what actually I think the most important thing to take away from this chat is that Porsche's back. Porsche is back. And they will be there for Indy, and they will be there for... No way! So, the number 2 of Mikael Jensen, who's currently in 3rd in LMP2, is the drive-through penalty on the last lap. Oh, no! So, they're going to lose out on a top 3 in LMP2. That's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, Bertochello, I would also put the 2017. They're always going to be there in GTD. They've been so solid. But out of the final corner, do you guys believe in miracles? Because I do. I have to accept them. Felipe Albuquerque and Ricky Taylor are winners in GTP. Wayne Taylor is a winner in GTP. Are you kidding me? It's here. They've done it. The number 10 car wins here in GTP. Roman DeAngelis in the 23 comes home in 2nd. Delatraz in 3. It's still a Cadillac 1-3 without the wheeling car. But man, oh man. Van der Zande in 4th. Oh, sorry. Heinrich in 4th. Delatraz. Heinrich in 4th. Van der Zande in 5th. Dillman wins in LMP2. They go back-to-back to continue their domination in LMP2. Andrea Goldaretti and Pfaff Motorsport get their first win in the Temerario and their first win since 2023. And Philip Ellis goes back-to-back with Windward. The Mercedes boys are up on top. Wow, 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 wow. Someone's saying in chat, WTR ain't useless. They're not. They're not anymore, chat. They can actually do stuff. Their pace is real. The 57 goes back-to-back. The 43 goes back-to-back. The winning streak for the number 14 comes to an end. Oh, Pfaff. I feel so happy for Pfaff as a Canadian for Canadian team. I like to see my Canadians win. Let's go. This is awesome. 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 Oh, my goodness. Wow. So... Heinrich, I think, is going to be right back in the championship fight now. We got, no, the 23 didn't get a penalty. No, he didn't. No. No. I think it's a scoring error because look at Heinrich in 2nd and everything. I think it's a scoring error. Don't worry about it. I hope not. I hope that they didn't just drop, that they gave the Aston Martin the... Hold on.
For the first time in over 3 years, it's a class win for Pfaff Motorsports. Steve Bortolotti is the team manager.
Y'all might be right.
Celebrations, handshakes, high fives all around. Congratulations.
No. Did they actually? I have no info on this, by the way. There's been nothing coming up. I gotta hold on. Oh, so they were no. They were okay, they did get dropped. They did. So they were under investigation for something. Oh no. And right as they did. No, dude. Are you kidding me? So Heinrich finishes second. Delatraz first. Roman DeAngelis has been dropped to fifth. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Heart of Racing is the unluckiest team in GTP, and it's not even close. That is insane. I said it early in the stream. You get a penalty, and you get a penalty. Everybody gets penalties. Dude, they were on crack today when it came to this stuff. I cannot believe. Yeah, so I think it went through, and he is not going to finish. Yes, it was. Yes, it was the incident with the 93. You're 100% right. I completely forgot about that. Oh, so, okay. Hold on. So the final order is Albuquerque. Heinrich finishes in second. Now he's even closer in the championship fight. Delatraz in third. Van de Zende in fourth. I don't know how they got a P4 out of today. Jesus, Acura is another story. Roman DeAngelis in fifth. Okay, so the driver standings, now Heinrich is 108 points behind. So it's still a long ways back, but he gained some points. Best car on the entire grade, getting the most unfair and unluckiest treatment. Sounds very IMSA coded. If you're talking about the Aston Martin, I'm praying you're joking, because I hope you guys know that if these cars were unrestricted, that car would be the slowest by like 3 seconds. I'm just saying. That car, I'm sorry, you cannot win with an NAV12 in modern day. You can't. Anyways, but the fact of the matter is that WTR is back on the top. Aston Martin just getting shafted again. That's so funny. That is so funny. Inter Pro back-to-back. Colorado and Faf getting their first one. Ellis and Winward going back-to-back. Oh my goodness. Chat. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Chat. This has been absolutely something else that wow, what a great race. And in general, I'm really glad that we've been having all these people here. 70 concurrent viewers without Jonah. Does that mean, hey, can we fire Jonah now? Does that mean he does that? No, I'm kidding. This is my channel now. I might have done nothing for the last 4 years, but it's mine now. No, I'm kidding. But guys, I couldn't be more appreciative for every single one of you being here. We've had a lot of reoccurring and new people coming in. But guess what? We won't be done here, at least for live streaming purposes. Of course, we're going to be done for today. But in 2 weeks, it's VIR, and it's GT3s only. It's GTD Pro and GTD going at it. It's going to be so incredibly awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining here. If you are new here, please like the video, subscribe, put bell notifications on, because we'll get a review video out on this as soon as we can. And also, on Instagram, follow me at Nicholas Poitras Motorsports. I'll put that in the I'll put that in the chat right now. Nicholas Poitras Motorsports. Can I spell motorsports? Boom. If you look that up on the Instagrams, you can follow me, and that's where I am mostly active on, along with, of course, doing stuff with the FJ Endurance channel. So we will be seeing you guys in the next few weeks. It's been an absolute pleasure. My name is Nicholas Poitras, and we will see you guys next time.